Hello, my name is Bunty, and in this video we're going to be looking at prospecting, specifically prospecting leystrite ore. So, I have got in my mailbox at the moment 5,000 leystrite ore, which I'm going to prospect in this video. I've cleared everything out of my bag in what the leystrite ore will prospect down to, such as the essences and the gems. So, 5,000 ore. I've had to give it in 3 different stacks there. Now, I've spent, I'll let you add it up, but the total is 55,600 gold. So that's 55,600 gold for 5,000 leystrite ore, which works out to be 11 gold, 12 silver per ore on my server. So in terms of context, I'm on the NA server Dalaran, which is a sort of high to full population server. So these are the prices which I'm going to be working on. So let's just take the leystrite ore. So as I said, a reminder, 55,600 for that, roughly working at 11 gold, 12 silver per ore. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a pause in the recording. I'm going to prospect all that down. I'm going to sort it out, and then we can actually see what we get in terms of the different types of ore, and more importantly, the essences, and see if we get an average of how much essences you should get, let's say, per 1,000 ore. Okay, so that's 5,000 leystrite ore prospected. Let's have a look and see what we've got. So what we're going to start off with is the gems. Everything I've prospected is in this little bag over here. So let's start with the Angazai. So we have picked up 504 Angazai. We have picked up 457 of the Umbral ore. And then the Orablaze we picked up 527. So that's, again, figures 504, 457, and 527. So let's work out on the quantities. We effectively bought 5,000 ore, and we've got approximately 500 of each one. So I think it's fairly safe, if you're going to do any calculations, that you're probably going to get 100 ore of each type per 1,000 of leystrite ore prospected. I think that's fairly safe, and I've done some prospecting before in the past, and it kind of works out like this. So on this occasion, we've got more Orablaze, and we've got more Angazai, slightly more Angazai and quite a few more Orablaze, and then we were short on the Umbral, which is like the middle of the ore in terms of cost. So if you work out 100 of each, you're not going to go far wrong. If you want to be a bit more conservative with your estimations and your calculations, maybe go for 90 of each. If you went for 90 of each over 1,000 ore, you're probably going to be, you're going to be pleasantly surprised. So let's start with the ore then, and how much I've actually got from the ore. So the Angazai, which is 13 gold 90, and we've got 504 of that. By my calculations, using the calculator, that's 7,005 gold. So in terms of Angazai, 7,005 gold at my current minimum buyout rate on the auction house. And all the values I'm going to use are going to be the minimum buyout rates. Moving on to the Umbral, the minimum buyout rate on my auction house at the moment is 35 gold, and we've got 457 of that. So 457 times 35 gold actually equates to 15,995. So that's 15,995 gold in the Umbral. Moving on to the Orablaze, we've got 527 of the Orablaze, and that goes at the moment for 52 gold on my auction house, which is actually a bit on the cheap side. So that's 427 times 52. And that gets you 27,404. So the Orablaze is 27,404. So in total, when you add up the Angazai, the Umbral, and the Orablaze, I have got market value, min buyout value across all those ore on my server at the moment, 50,404. So that's 50,404. Now, when you think that I've spent 55,600, not looking at any of the essences, which we're going to cover in a second, I am down about 5,000 gold, based on minimum buyout at the moment on my auction house. So, as a quick summary again, 50,400 gold roughly for all the ore against 55,600. Now, let's include the essences. Now, the essences are quite tricky. It's quite easy putting an estimation of 100 gold per 1,000 ore. That's not a problem. Let's look at the essences. So in terms of the essences, you've got the essence of servitude, we got 46. We got the essence of rebirth, which we got 31. We got the essence of torment, which we got 37. And finally, we got the essence of valor, which we got 45. So again, you're roughly looking, if quick maths, around about 40 of these essences per 5,000. So if you're buying 1,000 lacerate ore to prospect, you're looking at roughly 8 of each one of those essences per 1,000 ore bought. So just cover that again. I bought 5,000 and I've got a roughly 40 of each. So if you went and bought 1,000 of lacerite ore and prospected it down, you'd be looking at get 8 of each essences. Okay, now the essence prices. So on my server again, the minimum buyout for the essence of servitude is 225. So 46 times 225 is 10,388. The essence of rebirth, there's 31 of these, and they currently go for 625 on my auction house. So 31 times 625 is 19,404. The essence of torment, I got 37 of those, and they currently go for 332 on my auction house. So 37 times 332 is 12,306. And finally, the essence of valor, which is the cheapest one on my auction house, I've got 45 of those, and they go for currently for 60 gold on my auction house, and that equates to 45 times 60 is 2,740. So again, in terms of how much I've got for each one of these, the essence of servitude 10,388, the essence of rebirth 19,404, the essence of torment 12,306, and finally the essence of valor 2,740. So if you add all the essence values up together, not including the ore, just the essences, I've made 44,838. So that's 44,838 if I sell them on my auction house without including the auction house cuts or the listing fees for their current min buyout. So to add the essences and the ores together in terms of what I've got minimum buyout on my server at the moment, so you've got the 50,404 from yours, you got the 44,838 from the essences, you add them together and it gives you just over 95,000 gold. So I spent 55,000 gold, 55,600 to be precise, for 5,000 lacerite, and I've got 95,000 gold back in terms of if I sold everything, not including the auction house cut, not including the listing fees, on at min buyout. Okay, so I'm going to draw a line under this recording. That gives you a rough idea of if you're going to prospect lacerite ore, what you can expect to get in terms of quantities of the ore, quantities of the essences. Obviously, for your server, if you need to work out whether it's worth it for you, have a look at the min buyout on your server at the moment, what you can set up for. All of these things you can see on here at the moment, in terms of the TSM accounting, I have sold plenty of, including the essences. The essences I've sold somewhere between 150 and 240 each of these in the last few days. And in terms of the gems, it's 1,000 sold of the Angazai, 900 of the Umbral, and I've sold over 1,000 of the Oriblaze as well. So they all sell, they've all got very good sale rates, and they generally do go at your min buyout. As long as you're on top of the competition, you need to be fairly aggressive on the auction house to make sure they sell and you're the first one on the list. But in conclusion, at the moment, a week into Shadowlands, I'm recording this about 6 or 7 days after the release of Shadowlands, with the prices of everything tanking. Is prospecting worth it? On my server, right now, with the current prices of the lacerite ore, the other ores, and the essences, the answer is yes, it is worth it. So if you've got jewel crafting with Shadowlands and you can do some prospecting of this, get involved and make some gold. Okay, thanks for watching, and until next time, goodbye.